And we are live!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. It is Friday. This is a very live impromptu around the point extra for all the people out there on the internet. It is Friday, March 18, 2022. It is 10:39 p.m. Eastern time. This is an around the point extra, like I just mentioned earlier. And the gang, we're here. What's going on, everybody? We got me, Steve. We got Walter all the way in Connecticut. And, of course, we got Chase Oliver down the bottom there. What's going on, gang? How's everybody doing today, this evening?
It's great, Steve. I mean, we finally got some huge news in professional wrestling.
The big breaking news, man. The big breaking news. It's a homecoming soon. It's going to be a homecoming. He's coming home, man. He's coming home. He's coming home.
That's P. Diddy saying. That's the English fans be saying.
Tell the world he's coming home.
Back where I belong. I never felt so strong now.
He never felt so strong. And meanwhile, somewhere in Jacksonville, my man right now, check up on your homies, yo. Check up on your AEW homies right now. I'm just telling you right now. Social media is going insane. Not really. Well, let's define insane.
Well, I think some fans are still kind of like, because this news came out kind of late, and it's still like not everything to them is quote unquote finalized. So it's not finalized, you know. It's like one of those things that they're not 100% sure. I don't think like Fightful Select has had the big like Cody's for sure going to WWE post, but everyone else is pretty much just confirmed he's signed to WWE. Like I think they confirmed that he's like, well, they're not confirmed if he's signed or like the details of his contract or whatever. But it's pretty much set in stone. Cody Rhodes is going back to WWE.
He's going back to that Vinnie Mac money. And for me, you know, I just look at it like, yo, listen, man, my man went out, did what he had to do, succeeded, and now he's going back. He doesn't owe a thing to nobody, if that makes any sense.
Well, nah, he earned the right to do whatever the hell he wants to do. You know, he got the experience, try to prove a point to Vince McMahon, and there's point proven. And now they need him, and I just think it's the perfect time.
We're in the comments here, by the way. Eric Clark, right? What's up, guys? Chief writes here. Crazy world, man. Just found out someone from my town got signed for a developmental deal with WWE. That's awesome, dude.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man. Hopefully. Said future talent makes your town proud. Yeah. Hopefully that does happen. But yeah, man, Cody Rhodes, man, back in the WWE per PW Insider, Mike Johnson, and again, listen. Apparently, per the report, he's been signed now for 10 to 14 days ago. He signed the deal on pen to paper, and
wow.
And now the question is, when does he debut? When does it happen? Some folks would have thought, hey, it would have been this past Monday in Jacksonville, being that, hey, they were in AEW's backyard. Remember, they were in Tonyland, and they threw the lines in the little liners in there, smoking mirrors and nightmares and.
Seth Rollins' dreams were dashed, Steve, and it was terrible.
And nothing. And the crowd was chanting Cody.
But they were in good old Jacksonville.
This is Cody, bro. You know it's all about the pomp and circumstance with this dude, man. He wants to debut at the biggest show possible, and if it ain't a Saudi show, it's WrestleMania.
He is. So that's the vibe I get. Now, granted, Raw this Monday's in Chicago. It's in Chicago. Now, it could be possible that they debut him in Chicago.
It is possible.
And here's why I say that. If you guys remember, obviously, in 2018, All In happened in Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. And if you guys recall, this off-air promo that Cody did off the air, fans recorded it. I'm not gonna like quote the whole promo, but what he said was that no family, no entity, no company owns pro wrestling. We own pro wrestling. Something in those words. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. And how fitting would it be in the same, granted, not the same, venue, same building, but in the same state? You come back and hey, now you're back in WWE.
Kind of crazy too if he debuts there. It's like, oh, CM Punk re-debuted back to wrestling not too long ago, so it'd be kind of crazy. I want to ask you, Steve. Do you feel like the hype has died down about Cody? Do you feel Cody's playing it smart, not debuting now compared to like if he debuted when he first left? Like, what are your thoughts on that? That's my question to you, and I'll give you my thoughts, and Walter can answer too.
I felt personally, when the news came out, he was leaving AEW and this and that, right? I felt like, that would have been crazy had he showed up the Monday after on Monday Night Raw. But they didn't do that. I think what also led to that is the fact that he also has these shows on TBS, the Go Big Show, and they're probably waiting for that to be done with.
I agree.
To debut him, to bring him into WWE. Because you don't want him to be under WWE contract, right? Being on USA Network while at the same time still appearing, even if it's already recorded or not, or live, whatever the fuck it may be, still appearing on Turner Network.
And then also being known as AEW superstar Cody Rhodes.
Exactly. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that. So I think they played the smart move. Granted, I do think, though, is it fading away? Is the hype? Like, not really, because people are talking about Cody still.
Mm-hmm.
I think
even if you make the statement that Cody's fading away, you're still talking about him. Like when you say the hype's not there and people are interacting with it, there's still hype there into Cody. That I just feel that's more of a denial theme. Walter, I want your take on this. Then I'll give my take.
And this comment. Cody's a draw. The man had me watching Raw for 3 hours.
Exactly. People are watching Raw when they don't even watch it.
That's what I'm saying. And they got AEW fans even tuning in. It's like crazy. I mean, obviously they feel some type of way with Cody. And I mean, it's obvious he was going to come. Even before this report, we kind of had a feeling he was going to come. But the problem is we didn't know when. And Chicago might be a good debut, but yeah, I think it would be nice for a Mania, pop. You know how I'm not saying the Hardys and Cody are in the same level. You know how the Hardys got that pop in Mania 33. It was 33, right?
Yeah, 33.
Yeah. So Cody he maybe want something similar like that, and I wouldn't be mad at him. So I think they're doing a good job playing this all out.
Yes,
I think to me, if he would have debuted right afterwards, there's so much time in between Mania and from Elimination Chamber. People would have just lost interest because of the way you know how WWE is, like the weekly television grind and stuff. Like, sure, if he debuts right away, oh my God, Cody Rhodes, former AEW EVP, he's now on Raw right off the rip. They do that, and then what happens? Okay, cool. You set up with what? Well, Seth Rollins, it turned out the plan was all along for him to be with Kevin Owens. So you got to do with something with Cody Rhodes in between. But then keep in mind, you're going to do all this, and the boy's not even going to wrestle until WrestleMania anyways. Like, Cody Rhodes is not going to wrestle until WrestleMania anyways. So why debut him just to cut a promo, and all he's going to be doing is cutting promos, and then this leads to the people saying, LMFAO, this is what Cody left AEW for? So at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes kind of knew. He was like, look, I either debut at Mania when people don't think I'm coming and I get a huge pop from it. Yeah, it's not going to be anything of the Hardys, but you never know. I help get interest for night number 2. and I helped sell tickets for WrestleMania.
You don't think he'd wrestle in night one though, Chase? You don't think Cody, the way things are going?
No way, no.
Listen, I've heard people talk about on Twitter that night one is atrocious, and
night one's atrocious, but night two is the main one.
But you need something to get people to at least tune into night one.
So night one's bad, but I believe right now night two is the one that doesn't have the most ticket sales. Night one does. So night two needs that big match besides that. And then also two Romans on night two. So you need it to look good for Roman Reigns as well. So that's why I feel like night two needs it a lot more. Not because night two really only because we talk about night one being atrocious. Let's just be real here. Night two is just Roman versus Brock, Edge versus AJ. Those are the only legit wrestling matches on that show. The rest of the matches are all celebrity matches.
Logan Paul, Miz.
No, Logan Paul, Miz is night one. Night two is Knoxville, Sami Zayn. Knoxville, Sami Zayn. What's it called? Who's that fool?
Pat McAfee, Austin Theory.
Yeah, Pat McAfee, Austin Theory. Yeah, so those are night two, and then the women's tag. So night two needs that match and especially just imagine the first match of the night. Seth Rollins comes out and he goes, "Ha ha! You can't have WrestleMania without the Messiah," and stuff like that. And the fans are just all like anticipated. Then Cody comes out with the downstate music. Sure, why not?
Night one has Becky versus Belair and Charlotte versus Ronda, two huge matches. So night one will be good.
And they also still have the Steve Austin, Kevin Owens, whatever the fuck that's gonna be.
Yeah, night one will be okay. I
think it's just not as hype right now, and it is what it is.
There's no oomph to it. There's no
right. It's just bound to happen the way they structured it.
To be honest with you, I would not have the two main women title matches on night one. I just wouldn't do it.
Well, that's what they're doing.
It is interesting. I wonder what's going to happen. Like, is one going to open?
I would assume.
Yeah, I think so. That's what they've been building up to.
You have Becky and Bianca open the show, and have.
I feel like Ronda and Charlotte might open. I believe it.
Yeah. There's been talks that Bianca and Becky might main event because like they're playing into this because they're kind of playing into that story that they both have main event in WrestleMania.
Okay, fair enough. But so has Charlotte and Becky. So has Charlotte and Ronda. But this is not about. This is about the Rhodes coaster right now.
The Rhodes coaster.
The American Nightmare. The coaster. Yeah, the word what MJF once called them. The American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes.
Or AVP. Wow. So what's happening with Rose to the Top then?
It's canceled.
It's going on Peacock, baby.
Peacock.
Well, who knows? Who's to say that they might take the show to USA Network or Peacock? It's a possibility.
That's probably what it is.
Well, let's be honest.
It's not like it's unheard of shows being bought out by other. I'm not saying like NBC Universal bought from Warner Rhodes to the Top, but it is possible.
Remember when Disney bought Doug from Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
They turned it into shit. But
that was dumb.
They just did a bunch of bad movies.
But that being said, let's be honest here. Are people dying to see Rose to the Top on Peacock? Do you expect fans? I only watched one episode, and then I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I think that's when they showed the weigh-in of fuck Anthony Ogogo and Cody.
What happened to that guy?
Well, he's back on AEW Dark or Elevation.
One of the two AEW Dark shows.
One of the two. But
wow, he was just there for a storyline.
Basically,
he was the anti-USI guy
and help Cody end racism. Man,
basically.
Was the seed that was planted and Cody ending racism. But with Cody now coming over to WWE, the question is, does he go back to smoking mirrors? The chief writes here in the comments. You think Cody comes back to the Kingdom theme song or Smoking Mirror? I think the Kingdom.
It's kind of
maybe.
But again, I think they're gonna take out the wrestling has more than one royal family.
They're definitely gonna take
that part. Have the
You think they'll let him keep all that? Oh man.
For WrestleMania, they might just have keep for WrestleMania.
I feel like you gotta keep wrestling as more than one royal family just to play into because I really think Vince likes Cody now. I think Vince always liked Cody. Like, this is something that a lot of people like they put in their heads because Cody did a bunch of BTE skits that Vince didn't like him, but Vince always liked the guy. I mean, Vince wanted to keep him. Cody's the one that left WWE. It wasn't Vince didn't release him.
Let's get that clear also. You think about it, right? We talked about this earlier. You know, Cody did everything he needed to do, proved his point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we said this, I said this like a month ago, and then how long has it been? Like a month, right? Then Cody left AEW?
Mm-hmm.
Around the month, right? I remember I said, you know, Cody had basically a job for life in WWE. They were never going to let him go.
Yeah.
The man took a chance on himself and succeeded, despite how you may feel about the guy. And yeah, there was a falling out. There was a fallout, him and Tony Khan. And I'm pretty sure, you know, Tony Khan will have something, you know, to say. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. 9 days for tonight. Oh, Rampage. Oh, Dynamite.
Stay till midnight to watch my show.
Stay till 11:30, guys.
After March Madness. After March Madness.
After March Madness, guys. Party ready. Oh my god. Oh my god, that man. Anyway, that's around the point. And yeah, think about this too. The matches you can have with Cody now in WWE. Obviously, the Rollins match. Dare I say a Roman Reigns match? If you really want,
I kind of think, you know, after Reigns wins, then quote unquote unifies the belt. I feel like the Raw after WrestleMania, Cody might beat him for the WWE title. Reigns still keeps the Blue Universal title and then it builds up the Survivor Series match a little bit more, you know.
Baby suck, can you imagine?
I think it could happen. I mean, if you want to blow people's minds away, have Cody Rhodes win the WWE title right off the rip. That will definitely shut up people saying, "Oh, he was just going to be a mid-carder if he returned to the company." Because, you know, I think a lot of people need to understand this. Vince now respects Cody Rhodes, and I think from interviews, like it's crazy. A lot of wrestling fans have access to interviews, but they don't use them.
They don't.
If you listen to the Talk is Jericho from a long ass time ago, Cody Rhodes talked about reason why he left WWE is because he never felt that they were going to use him to his full potential. They always viewed him as that same 18-year-old man. That's it. They didn't view him as, you know, anything else. They thought, look at this kid. He's still 18 years old. When he was like 25, he was like, bro, I'm 25. I can do a lot more for this company than you think. So he went out there. He proved Vince wrong. He saved the Bullet Club. He made the Bullet Club relevant in America. Let's not deny that. Bullet Club was not going to be relevant in America based off just the Young Bucks. Cody Rhodes, with that former WWE name added to it, helped the Bullet Club. The hottest feud for the Bullet Club was what? Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega. And that was mostly Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes helped with AEW. That kicked the third brand of WWE's ass. Vince respects that. And we talked about that with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar even said, too, that he didn't have any, you know, leverage or power to negotiate back in 2004. He left, became one of the biggest draws in the UFC, and look at that now. Brock Lesnar had all the leverage in the world to Vince McMahon. And I feel like with Vince McMahon, he looks at Cody Rhodes and he says, wow, not only did I get one of the biggest names, like Cody Rhodes was one of the biggest names in AEW. I got one of the biggest names in AEW, but he used to be one of my guys, and I never wanted to lose him in the first place. Now he comes back, and now he's a better performer than before, and he's a better asset. Keep in mind the word asset than before. Cody Rhodes is a much better asset now than he was back in the day. So if Cody Rhodes is a better asset, Vince is going to treat him better. I'm not saying, it's going to be sunshines and rainbows, but what I am saying is this. Cody Rhodes won't be treated as a mid-card as much as you guys think he will be. I truly believe that Cody Rhodes be. Hey, look.
So you're talking AJ 2016 WWE champion off the rip.
Yeah, I'm talking AJ Styles 2016. Yeah, Vince thought, this guy is just some indie schmuck. Something AJ Styles did. He did something where Vince respected the fuck out of AJ, where he was like, whoa, what the heck? Like, whether it's the matches with Roman, whether it was the match with Cena, something Vince saw in AJ, because you could tell from when AJ was first booked in WWE, Vince didn't know what to do with him. He was just like, okay, I was heard he was like some big name on the independents. Let him feud with Jericho, a guy that indie fans also like. And guess what? the feud fell flat. You know, AJ and Jericho, forgettable feud. You know, Y2AJ was like the main thing, and the T-shirt that lasted 2 weeks and stuff like that. Like Jericho and AJ didn't work. And then Vince took him away from the indie guys. Said, you know what? Let me see what he can do with one of my guys, Roman Reigns. Had a great feud with Roman Reigns. Had a great feud with John Cena. And that's when Vince is like, oh shit, you're just not a typical what's it called, indie guy. You're an actual like guy that I could use. And you can attract all these different people. Okay, cool. When he beat up the Miz, that makes sense. But that's what I'm saying. AJ Styles changed Vince's mind. AJ Styles made Vince believe, oh shit, okay, this guy I can actually build around and use against my guys. So the Y2AJ shirt's a legendary shirt. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that Cody Rhodes has made himself into an asset like that. Like people who think that Cody Rhodes is just going to walk in and just be a mid-carder, it's like, why would Vince do that? Like a lot of people say, well, Vince doesn't like pushing guys that he didn't create. Like that's a fair assessment. That's fair to say. But the thing is this, Cody Rhodes, just like Brock Lesnar, is a guy that Vince created at one point in time. Brock Lesnar was a guy that Vince created. Brock Lesnar became a big star in the UFC, came back, and it wasn't like Vince was like, I'm going to show it to Lesnar. No, he made one mishap by having Cena beat Lesnar in the beginning. He didn't know what Lesnar's status was, if he was going to come back full time or what his positioning was going to be. And then once he realized that Lesnar was dedicated to this, he said, oh, okay, let me redo everything about Brock Lesnar. Same thing's going to happen with Cody Rhodes. There's going to be some mishaps. And I guarantee the first mishap, fans are just going to overreact. But at the end of the day,
like
Cody Rhodes is going to be fine.
Like potentially him losing to Rollins at WrestleMania. Clean.
No, he ain't losing. Rollins is a fall guy at this point. There's no way. I don't see Seth Rollins beating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, to be honest. That would be a bad booking.
JD Venom
there's no need.
My boy.
JD Venom right here in the comments. One thing that people are not seeing on is how big this Cody signing is, and it could lead to MJF, Wardlow, Jade, and more coming to WWE. They're not signing Cody for this much money to be put on the mid. That's the thing too, but they're bringing in Cody. Mm-hmm. Cody, like Chase just said moments ago, was made in WWE. A Vince-made product in a way, right? Knows that system and how it works. Left, made a name, doubled his value, if you will.
I would say tripled
his value, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, he's returning better than he left. Basically. And now we're gonna see what's gonna be the vibe. And again, if you're someone like an MJF or a Jade Cargill, a Wardlow, mm-hmm. one of these names that you see as even a Sammy Guevara.
These are all guys Cody signed. Like I think that's what JD Ben's trying to say, but all guys Cody signed. Like, exactly. Let's be real. Who have the Young Bucks signed in AEW?
Who else can he sign in AEW besides
no, you didn't even answer that. You couldn't even answer who the Young Bucks signed. So
Kenny Omega.
Well, technically, Chase. Hi, I am SuperKick fan number 74. Oh. Technically, the great Matt and Nick Jackson of the Bucks of Youth, they signed referee Rick Knox to a contract, and they signed their best friend, their buddy, their pal, two contract. Brandon Cutler.
Okay.
Yeah, they signed Stooges. That's what they signed.
Yeah. Okay. So from what I'm gathering is this: the Young Bucks' only big contribution to AEW as Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, I guess, is the Joshi's in the what's it called? Is in the women's division. Stardom.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is one of the main reasons there's a Darby Allin, there is a Jungle Boy, there is a Luchasaurus, Joey Janela. Cody Rhodes is literally the guy that has signed almost everyone in this company, but in that company that's worth a darn. He's a great eye with talent.
I agree with JD Venom, but it's all about how Cody's personal relationship becomes with Vince. And I think that'd be great. I think
Vince and Cody already had it because keep in mind too, Vince never really wanted Cody to leave. Vince always liked him, Swagger, Sheamus, and Wade Barrett. Those were like 4 guys that he always liked. He offered all 4 of them contracts back. Obviously, Sheamus resigned. Of course, he's not going to leave WWE. Wade Barrett said, I'm going to go do movies, and now he's back in WWE. Obviously, great relationship. Swagger, he wanted to go do MMA, and he's, he beat up some Walmart workers. Now he's in AEW. Cody Rhodes, he took a bet on himself. Vince was never going to let him go. I think Vince doesn't hate Cody at all because Vince probably likes how Cody is very ambitious. And Vince is an ambitious guy himself. But I do agree. It does not mean that it's guaranteed all these guys are going to WWE. But if you're at MJF, it makes you feel a lot better that a guy that you view as a mentor in Cody Rhodes and your former trainer Brian Myers, also a WWE guy, they kind of been through those doors. You're not just hearing Brian Myers saying from the Kurt Hawkins perspective, yeah, they don't treat you like that. That you're now hearing from Cody's perspective, who's going to be looked at from not only when he was a little mid-carder to now possibly a main event talent. MJF will kind of know the ins and outs of the business a lot better, and he can listen to Cody and he can make the right decision for his future. Where he stays in AEW or WWE, that's it. I really don't care what MJF does. I think he's gonna be. It's like with Adam Cole. Wherever Adam Cole goes, I'll support. Same with MJF. I don't care where he goes. Stays in AEW, perfect. He's a homebred start over there. Goes to WWE.
Same
cool.
thing for me with Joey Janela, but that's a story for Sunday. That's a story for Sunday.
Sunday we can talk about that. We ain't talking about
we don't gotta talk about Joey Janela.
We're not talking about peanut butter and Janela on this show.
Yeah.
So
Jersey boy, man.
Whatever. But to me, I feel like though Cody Rhodes is set up for a good position in WWE. I feel like Cody Rhodes was in a here's the thing. Cody Rhodes was not in a lose-lose, it was in a win-win situation. I feel like Cody Rhodes was totally in a win-win situation. Stay in AEW, still be successful, still get to do your Warner Media shows, still get your EVP position. Maybe you make a little bit less money. Go to WWE. Hey, who knows what can happen? Hey, we don't know the whole contract details. We don't know the whole situation yet. Look, if Cody Rhodes ends up failing in WWE, I will be the first to admit, man, I was wrong. I have no problem doing that. I admitted I was wrong on this show plenty of times. I'm one of the few normal human beings. Look, it's professional wrestling. I don't need to be right on this shit. Okay. I can be wrong on professional wrestling. But the thing is this, I don't think Cody Rhodes would leave AEW and go to a worse situation. I feel like if Cody Rhodes does not seem like a dumb human being to me. He seems like a smart person that makes smart choices. And he leaves a lot of bad situations before they get worse.
Yes. Now, we're not insinuating.
I'm not saying AEW is going to be bad. I'm just saying Cody Rhodes kind of gets a hint where he's like, oh, yeah, man, maybe I should leave this place.
You hear that, Mr. Khan? We're not saying that AEW is going to be anything worse. Now, we're not saying that, Mr. Khan. So
they still got plenty of talent. Cody's still a big loss, but
put the nose candy down, Tony. Put the nose candy down, Tony.
Yeah. They'll be fine without Cody, but it's still kind of a loss.
Narcops here, Emperor Cody in WWE. Yeah, man. The Emperor is I guess.
it
just feels right if he at least wins, the WWE title, at least one of the world titles.
I'll be real about it. It doesn't seem real to me. Yeah, because I always envisioned Cody being a lifer in that company. Am I the only one?
What, AEW?
Yes, I feel like
I never felt that way. I'm being serious.
I feel like honestly, if Tony had to decide, okay, I have way too many EVPs here. All I need really is one. You're not gonna pick Kenny Omega. You're not picking the Young Buck. You're picking.
No, he would, because those are the easiest ones to what's it called? Talk to. Yeah. Cody Rhodes argues. Kenny Omega and Young Bucks are probably like, yeah, whatever.
Do you not realize Tony Khan does not like confrontation, which is why he doesn't release anyone? He lets the contracts run out, and then he doesn't say anything.
That's why he doesn't talk. That's why he hasn't talked to Joey Janela yet. He does not like. He's treating them like how they treat NFL players. In the NFL, the GM doesn't call you and be like, "Hey, bud, we're not re-signing you, man. Sorry about that." No, they just let these players' contracts go away, and then they're free agents and stuff like that. Like a lot of times in the NFL, you don't get called by the GM being like, "Hey, man, you're getting traded." No, your agent calls you and says, "Hey, bud, you got traded." Like, the fuck? The GMs don't owe you anything in the NFL. Tony Khan's treating the AEW wrestlers like they're NFL players that they're going to be that they're like, oh, their contracts right now. I don't have to talk. Like he didn't talk to Marco Stunt. He was like, whatever. Like Walter's right. He doesn't like confrontation. Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are not going to confront him that much.
Remember, Cody is from the inside. Maybe there's something bad. Something bad is going on inside.
Yeah, probably.
Probably so. Probably something is bad going. Something is happening in the inside.
But I don't know that. But like the thing is like, but this is what I say. It takes a lot for me. To me, is this. I feel like it's 60-40. And what I mean by this, 60% of it is Cody Rhodes being ambitious, where Cody Rhodes wants to take the next step in his career. He doesn't seem like a dude who just wants to settle. You know, Cody Rhodes seems like he always wants to like prove himself. He wants to prove us wrong. You know, like even if we're just like a show with like 10 people at most watching at one time, he's one of those guys that's like that loves having that chip on his shoulder. It's like these people. They think I can't become a world champion. I bet you that one tweet that's like super famous that called Cody Rhodes a mid-carder, and he goes, "But you follow me, friend," and he goes, "Yeah, because you're my favorite mid-carder." He has that tweet screenshotted, and he looks at that. He goes, "I'm your favorite mid-carder, huh, bitch?" And he gets excited about that things. So that's why
more players also bad. AEW recruiting more is
Oh, Dark Ops with a little
conspiracy theory here, man.
He's a lot. Maybe Dark Ops is an op himself. Maybe he's an op for AEW. But anyway,
he is.
But anyways, as I was saying, that's a good theory. I like that one. Justin Gregory.
Me too, Justin. My crazy theory: Cody was WWE's bull in AEW, and I know it's a long stretch, but just maybe so.
It could be.
Can you think about it? And I'm reading this comment before. Crazy how 3 years ago when Cody broke the throne, we didn't expect him back in WWE. He's the one who declared. Can you imagine his promo back?
No, dude, it'll be great. But let me finish what I was saying. Cody Rhodes is ambitious. He was ambitious, and then at the end of the day, he wants to improve. He wants to prove more. That's what Cody Rhodes wants to do. And I think 40% of it is like Dark Ops has been saying. There's problems on the inside. Look, Kenny Omega said it best. Me and the Young Bucks, we just want to go out there and show our art. Cody Rhodes really wants to take over the wrestling business. You know what I'm saying? And so if he felt like he couldn't get along with these guys, then that's how it is. An AEW guy is saving the WrestleMania card. That's the beauty of pro wrestling. This is like a WCW guy saving WrestleMania. This is like a WWE guy. Like Bret Hart, besides the Sting feud, he was the main reason of the StarCade card. People are acting like they never watched wrestling in the past before. They're like acting like this is some big ass thing. WWE made TNA. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, Travis. I do respect you and I like you. I'm just saying. I don't think it. And I think it's awesome. I don't think it's a negative. I think it's a positive. That shows that AEW can create big time stars for a company. Just like WWE helped WCW, just like WCW helped WWE, just like ECW helped both WCW and WWE, just like how WWE helped TNA, and TNA has helped fucking no one because they only created like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. But
and how AEW is helping out Ring of Honor.
Yeah, exactly.
Ring of Honor helped all of them actually.
Ring of Honor did everything. Yeah. No, yeah, Trav, I like you. I'm just saying I don't look at that as a negative. I think that's a huge positive for professional wrestling that another company is helping create another star. I think it's great. I think that's what more wrestling needs. I think that shows that AEW is important.
Yes, absolutely. And again, I look forward to seeing what they're gonna do. I'm trying to find the post tweet of when Cody left it originally to see how it stands up today. Can't find it.
Well, Romeo, you can't because he did the good old Ryback on his tweets. Actually, Romeo, if you type in his at Cody Rhodes, type in his at on in the search bar at Cody. What's his at Cody Rhodes?
Yes, the Dark Ops.
At Cody Rhodes, search WWE. The latest tweet you can see from it is, because he deleted his tweets because like he gave up his account for the what's it called?
Charity fund.
The charity account for AEW. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately you can't. But I'm trying to remember to talk as Jericho.
I think a screenshot of it. You know, people took screenshots of that tweet. It's probably on the internet.
Dude, that's like an old ass screen. I don't know. People had screenshots of like Ty Dillinger saying weird shit. So yeah.
Look at my cat.
Look at my cat.
Look at my cat. Where is he?
So we're now it's the wait game now. When does he show up? Do they wait to WrestleMania? Do they wait until Monday in Chicago? Cody will be a face or a heel or face. I say baby face.
He doesn't want to be a heel. He wants to be that baby face.
Remember, he can't be a heel. He's the face of the Revolution.
I think he's going to be a baby face in WWE because, like, one, that's what WWE's missing. They already have their top heel in Roman Reigns. Now they need their top face.
People still cheer Reigns. So.
Look like heel Steven yawning, dude.
He's like, fuck this. I'm done.
Also, factor this also.
My ass probably has COVID, and I'm still have all this energy, and he's over like yawning and stuff.
Factor this in also. There were talks a couple of years ago of Cody, and I said this also, that Cody wanted to pursue a run in politics of state senate for Georgia.
No, that's true.
And if you're going to pursue that, which I think he will eventually when it's all said and done, there's no better, I guess, support train than the WWE one.
That's true.
Because you're not going to say, oh, former AEW wrestler Cody Rhodes doesn't have that oomph to it. Rather than former,
don't piss off the AEW fans.
Am I wrong though? I'm sorry, but
because like that's the thing. If he's I don't even think AEW would be in his name. It would be Pro Wrestler Cody Rhodes.
Right.
But like if he's in WWE, it's WWE Superstar Cody Rhodes, and that kind of has a little oomph to it. But also too, I think Cody. Let's be real. Cody might want to act after his career is over, and you know. Cody Rhodes may look at the success of Cena, Batista. He may feel like that's in his future.
Cody debuts at WrestleMania.
Yes, he debuts at WrestleMania.
Could be. Cody will be like a knight returning home for the Dark Knight.
Cody being a spy in WWE. That'd be like the funniest thing ever. He's like, I went to that company and I made friends and I thought they were lifelong friends. They thought they had a lifelong friend in me. But really, to be honest, I was just trying to get information. I was just trying to learn. I was keeping my mouth shut when I maybe should have said more. And then he just goes on this wrong ass promo.
Again, bro, I just can't wait for that first promo, dude. Because you already know, like, and they're gonna give him a live mic.
Vince is gonna say, "Here you go, 25 minutes until Roman interrupts you or something."
One more, Cody can't act. Can't act with that neck tattoo.
Yeah, man, it's called. They can CGI a lot of stuff out, man. And CGI is really they CGI'd Henry Cavill's mustache. They can CGI the neck tattoo.
One more thing that people need to understand: wrestling is a work. I believe Cody never hated WWE. This is a business. At the end of the day, there is a better security in WWE. Justin, you're not wrong there.
Clearly, he was like when there's cameras, of course he's going to turn it up to 100, and like especially when you're in front of those like AEW fans that are super passionate about the product. Of course, you're going to go like. Like, do I think the Young Bucks hate WWE? Hell no. I don't think the Young Bucks hate WWE. They like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They don't mind WWE. They wouldn't wrestle there, but they don't mind it. You know.
Cody also bring Marco. Oh no, Marco stunted. Apparently, so I know we're talking about this on Sunday. But just to give you a little thing here, Joey Janela was interviewed, and in the interview they talked about him not resigning with AEW. He's not going to be resigning, and also
I thought you were talking about something else. Never mind.
And he mentioned, but he mentioned that apparently Marco Stunt got ghosted by AEW.
Yeah, he's treating them like they're NFL players. He don't give them
Yeah,
no call.
Khan's not
Tony
gonna talk to them. Nope.
Nope, like he's not bringing them back, and I'm not surprised. But that we'll get more of that on Sunday. All right, Sunday we'll talk about that and other stuff. All right, this was just an impromptu live stream. We said 30-minute, but we're passing it. Fuck it, it is what it is. First promo will be Raw after Mania. That crowd will. Oof. And again, things are opening up again. There's no travel restrictions right now. You know what I mean? This is gonna be the first official.
COVID's over.
I mean,
Is that what you're saying?
that people in their eyes,
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm gonna be one of the few cases that's being added to the chart. I've been testing negative since, but I don't know, man. I've been sick for a minute.
Dude,
You know how much Dayquil I took, dude? Before the stream, dog, I was dead. I took like let me show you how much Dayquil I took to get on this stupid ass stream.
How about that Delta? Have you heard about Walter about the Deltacron?
Deltacron. There's a new COVID variant. What the fuck?
Dayquil I've taken so far, bro?
Oh damn, that's half the bottle almost. Shit.
Quarter of a damn bottle of Dayquil just to do a stream.
I heard Cody the whole Dayquil bottle for you. What if? Yeah, we talked about that already. Cody and his night coming soon in WWE. Question also is, does Brandy come along with him?
I think they said no, right?
To win, Brandy.
She should come back. Ring announce, you know.
I mean, I saw her. I saw her a double shot of Brandy. I saw her new finisher.
Double shot of Brandy. I saw.
Yeah, it was just a bro kick.
You heard about the 4th vaccine dose?
My doctor told me not to get that because it's bad for hearts.
I'm not getting no. I'm not getting
It's bad for hearts.
Wow.
No 4th dose? Damn, come on.
You
got the booster?
No, dude.
I unfortunately did, thinking they were gonna like mandate it, but then New York said fuck that.
Steven, you didn't get the booster?
Oh, no, pal.
See, I work in a healthcare setting, even though I don't do any healthcare related things.
Look at my boy. Look at Chase Oliver, baby.
Moderna. Let me see.
Yes, sir.
Nah, it's all about that Pfizer.
Well, because of my health, because my health condition. So, because of my health condition, I have to get Moderna.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
It's all about that. It's all about the Johnson & Johnson, pal. By the way, since we're talking about stuff like that, check out, guys, again, if you have not yet, go cop the new...
Whoa, Steve.
Whoa. What are you doing? You're going to float here, right?
What are you doing, Steve?
Whoa. Hold up. Wait. Don't do anything yet.
Hey, you can't be fucking talking about the GangAMania shirt. Get the GangAMania shirt on the screen. Go to WhatAManeuver.net to cop the first around-the-point merchandise GangAMania, made by the same goddamn sign at WrestleMania. And this is the official shirt of me, Chase Gage. So I have one question for you, Steve, you, Walter, and the chat. Where's my fucking gang at?
Exactly, guys. Exactly.
Hell yeah. MDK.
ATP.
Oh, ATP.
Oh, fucking day. It's ATP. Oh, fuck that. It's ATP. Oh, fucking the man. The king. God. The fucking king. God of this shit. The night krill sipping. Gage. Oh man.
Yeah, we went from pizza cutters to NyQuil now, or Dayquil.
Dude, I ain't falling asleep. Dude, I hate NyQuil, dude. NyQuil doesn't work on me, man. I don't fall asleep.
Oh shit.
Child.
Do you think Cody gets a bust?
What do you mean?
Like he gets a bust? Do you think WWE will pay for his bust?
Well, he should. Shit.
I mean, Rhonda has a bus for her kids. Seth and Becky travel with the kid.
Think about it, bro. Another thing, also, do you have any idea how much merch WWE was gonna make off that tattoo?
Oh, dude, the tattoo. I think, dude, you know what's funny? My friend said this. He goes, "Man, dude, Brock Lesnar's tattoo artist must hate him. All his fucking logos are his tattoos." It's true too. None of Brock Lesnar's logos are original. It's just like whatever's tattooed on him.
Exactly, dude. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens. I'm happy again, just to put a bow on this real quick. I'm happy for the road coaster. I'm happy for the guy. He's coming back home, or he's coming back home. He did what he needed to do. I am gonna miss those AEW promos, which are still available on the YouTube channel, by the way.
Do you think they private them?
I doubt it, dude.
I hope not.
I hope not either, dude.
You think they're that petty?
You know,
Man.
remember how years ago we did like a reaction to like TNA and shit years ago? We had like this was like before he was sensitive to shit, right? And we did like reaction to these like funny moments and shit, and we did a reaction to the fucking August 1st and the Charmel. Yeah, we did that shit. It was me, Chase, Walter, Connor. I think it was Matt from In the Rope. I forgot who, but you kind of get the idea, right? Imagine us doing that with Cody promos, but we can't play the video. Yeah, it would just be audio because YouTube is sensitive to shit. So just an idea. I hope so, bro. But anyway, let's see what happens, guys. This was again an impromptu live edition of Around the Point Extra. We thank all of you for tuning in tonight for this live edition. Again, our plan was to do 30 minutes. We went 15 minutes extra because why not? It's for the gang, all right? Speaking of which, if you have not yet checked out the latest episode of Around the Point was live this Sunday, where we talked about Dolph Ziggler winning the NXT Championship, Stone Cold accepting the invitation, Jeff Hardy being all elite, Jericho has a new faction, who apparently he's a sports entertainer, and of course, Scorpio Sky, new TNT champion. Want to chase California, brethren's finally being a champion in AEW.
What are you talking about?
Isn't Scorpio Sky from California?
Oh, yeah. I was like, you didn't know California brethren, though. What the hell?
He native, if you will.
Yeah, native. We ain't brothers. I mean, native. We're native. We're natives, yeah. Like, but he's not like a brethren.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, dude, he's from LA County. I'm from Ventura County. We ain't brethrens.
There you go. Like Chase Gage said earlier, you can go cop the GangAMania t-shirt available over at WhatAManeuver.net, one of the official sponsors of Around the Point. So go cop a shirt. Links down below in description box, if you will. You can follow me on Twitter and all social media at Heel Steven, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Chase, let them know, man. Where can they check out the one, the only Chase Oliver?
You guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Prayers to me that I do not have COVID and that this is just some flu. But when I'm healthy and fully ready to go, my channel, ChaseOliver68. There's no way I can do this single by myself right now. So thank you, Steven, for letting me on, even though I'm dying sick. And if I'm not on Sunday, it could be because I'm dead. So y'all just letting you know. This could be my last show.
You better take them 12. You better take the 12 with you, man. The playoff 12s. Well, anyway, Walter, Hector, let them know.
Hector.
Yeah, you got that in, huh?
Sneaker Judas, man. Let them know, man. Where can they check you out, bro?
Sneaker Judas right there.
The only place at Ham Walter at Sneaker Judas. Nah, I don't have that account.
That's gonna be your handle. That's gonna be your little name.
You should see if that
ad's my burner.
Available. Sneaker Judas.
At Sneaker Judas. Make a burner account.
Yeah, Sneaker Judas merchandise. Just Sneaker Judas.
I don't think it's available. Yeah, no.
I feel like Chase Covington. We could make a whole merchandise line of just the stupid shit that I've said as him.
Word. And as for Sneaker Judas, like in the Hamburglar outfit, this is sneakers and shit. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this was fun. This was awesome. Again, Cody Rhodes is coming home, back home to the Fed, y'all. Look at that, man. He's ready to look. He has his bag ready to go. You already know. Before we wrap up, you already know they're gonna document his return back to WWE. They already got the bus, him going to Stanford, signing the contract, the photo op with Vince. Oh man, it's crazy. You already know it's gonna be a 24 special on Cody. I'm telling you right now. It's dropping months from now. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys again this Sunday for an official episode of Around the Point. Peace out, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
For Around the Point.